Mackenzie critiques from Mackenzie did grab a favorite anime. I'm sure some of you guys are looking forward to Persona 5 Scramble, right? I don't personally don't give a crap about Musou games, and I know even if they slapped my favorite properties on a Musou game, I will not get it. Doesn't matter if it's Gintama, Berserk, Persona, Full Metal Brotherhood. I just don't like Musou games. I think they're mindless, a little bit mindless. They're more fan service than anything, and there's just not enough meat in there or deep systems in there. I mean, it's good for fun, just mashing a button, and just getting a gratification. Have it on in the background, right, while you're, you know, talking to chat and stuff. But I wanted to talk about fucking ATLUS, and this, like, when I hear about something enough and it pisses me off because of my previous experiences, then I fucking make a video like this. And you know, it's lucky I'm not streaming anything ATLUS related, like Persona, like Catherine, or Scramble, anything like that, because then this would be considered slander, right? And they take the video down. So thankfully I'm not recording it. But the news about Persona 5 Scrambles, the streaming restrictions that ATLUS have placed again, even though they backtracked on Persona 5 back when it came out. I want to talk about that because some guys are telling me about or showing me Persona 5 Scramble's restrictions. And of all the games, I know Persona 5 Scramble's like a sequel. People are saying it goes beyond the events of the game, so I guess you wouldn't want to be spoiled on it. And fair is fair, you know, don't spoil it. But I want to go through these restrictions, which are really fucking archaic. This is fucking archaic, and this is the issue I had with Catherine Fullbody, which is why I've taken so long to actually even start streaming, or was debating streaming Catherine Fullbody, because that game's been out for, it was out, the original version on PS3 was out fucking 10, must be 10 years ago, 8 to 10 years ago. And you know, I know not everyone knows the outcomes of it, it's got multiple branching paths, different endings, but it's an 8 to 10 year old game. The spoiler's already out there. There's playthroughs on the PS3 version, which I'm sure they're going back and, you know, screwing retroactively now based on the new policies, going back and screwing. So yeah, I'm not going to ramble anymore. I just want to cover it. So this is an article from Silicon Era, right? And it says Persona 5 Scramble's streaming restrictions revealed. And the article says that they're not fucking harsh, but you know, the proof is in the fucking pudding. Basically, they say you can capture it on your PS4, but when you're uploading screenshots of videos from PS4, you have to use the console's own capture function. Like, you have to use the inbuilt one, because what happens is when you share it, it adds the copyright disclaimer or copyright details of ATLUS onto them. It's similar to Square Enix when you share a video or a picture of a Square Enix game, it comes up with their details, and that's basic. That's all basic stuff, right? But there are other points here that are really a bit annoying, right, to hear. So there's a bullet point here, as you'll see. But please do not use the gameplay footage for any other purpose other than showing gameplay. I mean, what else can you show? Cutscenes, right? And they don't want people showing that. Okay, so you got to make sure. I mean, the game's full of animated cutscenes and in-engine cutscenes. How do you not stream without showing those things? I mean, in the beginning of the game, there's cutscene after cutscene after cutscene. And in fact, like for Catherine Fullbody, where all those cutscenes are is the only portion of the game you can stream, because I think on the 6th day, you can't stream past the 6th day. And I think in Persona 5, it was something similar. You couldn't stream after July, the month of July or some shit like that. I don't know, I forgot what it was, right? Please do not upload the BGM, background music data, or use gameplay footage for the main purpose of listening to the music. I mean, there's music constantly playing in most things in these ATLUS games, particularly Persona. Catherine in the bar, there's constantly music playing in the background, so I don't know how you avoid that. Uploading gameplay to sites that require subscription services or payments to browse will be counted as using gameplay for monetary purposes. So basically saying don't monetize it, fair enough. Do not use the gameplay footage to slander other people. How can you use gameplay? What they're saying is you can't criticize the game. You can't criticize ATLUS. Other people are ATLUS, and you can't have their footage playing over their games to criticize them. That is particularly fucking questionable, right? No matter the reason, if ATLUS requests you to remove the video, please remove it. Just will make up a fucking reason, and they'll just slap a fucking copyright on it and just say remove it. They won't even have to give you a reason. If the streaming or uploading of gameplay leads to monetary loss, ATLUS does not hold any responsibility, nor will they pay any monetary compensation. I don't know how so what they're saying is, if you upload their gameplay and you monetize it, and you're monetizing, and then they come in and demonetize it or take your monetization, they ain't gonna compensate you for shit, even if you dispute it and they release the debt. So that's what it is, right? And that pisses me off, because this is backtracking on their statement that they released about fucking Persona 5, saying, look, we listened to the criticisms about the harsh, you know, penalties and restrictions we put on Persona 5 streaming, and you know, we've listened, and now you can stream it, blah blah blah, you know, with a caveat, you can't do it for music, you can't, you know, spoil people intentionally and this, that, the other. Now I want to compare this to Catherine Fullbody, because for me this is an escalation. Now they backtracked on Persona 5, then when Catherine Fullbody came out, which is not a new game, it's a fucking old game, which it's bizarre to me how you could fucking put those restrictions on Catherine Fullbody. Let's compare this to Catherine Fullbody, and they're kind of similar in a way. So restrictions in the Golden Theatre story, from the save point starting on the 6th day of the apartment, the apartment hall, to the ending, you just can't stream. They just restrict you. I guess they restrict the cutscenes. They should implement this within the game, but they're telling people who stream from capture cards to fucking not stream it. And delivery method, images from Catherine Fullbody obtained through the PlayStation 4 share function. This is only for personal use. So yeah, just jack off to it personally. All the snaps that fucking Catherine with a C sends you, yeah, just for your personal use, but don't distribute them. You can deliver videos from the PS4 share function to the associated video sharing site, so that's fair enough. When delivering content that relates to the story, such as event scenes, to avoid depriving other customers of enjoyment, please clearly highlight that story details are involved. But this ain't true. They block it. They actually block it on this. They keep saying, if you're going to share it, do it from the native sharing features on the consoles. But then they're saying, how can you highlight that the spoilers, when they're just blocking the scenes outright? And obviously, please note that the description copyright holder is required to publicize deliver. So it has to have that watermark or stamp on it, whatever it is. Then it goes on Catherine, please do not live stream using other methods than the PS4 share function. Additionally, distributing the videos with capture equipment from the PSV. So you're not technically allowed to use, because they know you can bypass the block they have on the consoles. So they're technically telling people you can't stream it, or you can't use like a Elgato capture card to use that to distribute stuff. For streams, I'm not sure if people have had a good experience with it. Please do not use other video content, that's fair. Please do not publish audio-only content such as background music for use to only listen to music. They have a fucking jukebox in Catherine to listen to music while you're in the bar, while you're doing gameplay. What constitutes that and what doesn't, right? Please do not post content to slander third parties in a specific place. In fact, this is just a fucking continuation of their fucking bullshit. Do not post content. If you send out requests, same thing. We do not make any guarantees, infringed, the same thing. This is exactly like for like for Persona 5 Scramble. I thought they backtracked. And this is what pisses people off. You're not promoting your game. Do you want your game to sell? Persona, ATLUS, Persona, Catherine, these are still relatively niche when you're considering them in the grand scheme of like either JRPGs or you consider, and Catherine is a fucking island unto itself. It's just a unique game with unique gameplay, unlike any other game. How are you supposed to publicize? How are Twitch streamers supposed to stream this game comfortably and promote your game if you put so many fucking restrictions? And these are so vague, you don't know what you're doing. And that stopped me from even beginning to fucking stream Persona 5. I really wanted to, I might still do it up to the 6th day, Catherine Fullbody. But ATLUS are living in the Stone Ages. This is the only company I know that fear that this actually affects them in a material way. That streaming and spoilers affect them in a material way. Western devs are much lighter on it. I wish they would fucking not be so brain dead. I really wish they wouldn't be so brain dead. Because it's really fucking annoying right now. Like, I've wanted to stream Catherine for ages, you know. And when it came out on Fullbody, I was like, yes, fucking Catherine, finally. After like a decade almost, you know, I get to stream it. But then it's like, oh, you can only stream up to 6th day, blah, blah, blah. You know, the problem with Japanese companies is, it's arbitrary. Yakuza places a streaming restriction on the native consoles natively, where they block the ending, but not before everything about the game, all the twists, the backstabbing have been revealed. They've done this for Yakuza, I've noticed. They did it for various other RPGs like fucking Square Enix RPGs, where all the fucking spoilers are done, all the spoilers are shared, and you're allowed to share them and stream it, and then they block the ending arbitrarily, the end boss fight, that kind of thing. I remember in Final Fantasy X-2, the whole game is filler. The actual canon story is optional in that game, which is weird. They don't restrict the fucking cutscene where Tidus comes back. That's the biggest spoiler, that Tidus actually comes back. He's not dead. He's not gone. And they let you fucking stream that, but the ending, the fillerish fucking ending for this fillerish side story, they're allowed to. What is it with Japan, man? I know Japan are trying to break the West. They're really trying to get their fingers in that pie, the Western pie. But this is not how you fucking do it, man. Twitch streaming is just, this is a new age now, man. People stream, man. People find games through streams, man. If you're blocking everything, they just go away. Like, fuck this game, man. And potential people who want to buy your game, you know, through valid means and stream the game, they're like, oh, fuck this, I'm not gonna buy this game, man. I wanted to share it with people, I wanted to do this, do that. So it discourages them, man. So just get on board, ATLUS, man. Seriously, man. Stop fucking being in the past. And I say this to fucking all the Japan as well, man. Japanese games publishers, man. Just fucking don't be in the past, man. Like, Kingdom Hearts almost got it right, but they fucking just blocked the ending. Now they've actually released that restriction because they didn't want people seeing the ending. They didn't want people seeing, and there was nothing of note. You beat Xehanort, blah blah blah. That's it. There's no twist. Maybe Master Ericus coming back would be a bit spoilerish, but apart from that, most of the twists and turns that you're already able to stream. It's really the ending, the secret movie you could. It's just very arbitrary. It doesn't feel like anyone thinks about where they're placing them. So any of you guys decide to get Persona 5 Scramble and want to stream it, you know, obviously you can capture Elgato or stream it via OBS. And, you know, do it at your own peril, man. But for me, I might do Catherine Full Body, but this is why I just don't give a fuck about Persona 5 Royal. I don't give a fuck about Persona 5 Scramble. I'm happy to wait for Persona 6, man, honestly. Catherine Full Body, I've just wanted for ages and ages and ages, so I'm more interested in that. Personally, I think Catherine's a better game. I prefer Catherine. You will not find another game like Catherine. And Catherine's fucking brilliant. It's got addictive gameplay, great story, great size, not overwhelming, not 100 hours, you know, feeling like, oh, this has gone on too long, it's long in the tooth, so that kind of thing. So, sorry about this rant, man. I decided to make a video like this. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you planning to stream Persona 5 Scramble? Are you interested in Persona 5 Scramble? Are you willing to give Musou's a fucking go because it's got your favorite thing on it? Like, I don't give a crap. I know people who bought the Berserk Musou that came out, and because it's Berserk, Gintama Musou because it was a fucking Gintama Musou. Don't do that. Don't waste $60 on a fucking Musou, man. But if you want to play it, you want to see the story, there is a hook there, yeah, I guess, story-wise. But with these things, you're discouraging people from giving a crap. And you're not really doing your game any disservice, man. You're doing your game a fucking disservice. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, follow me on Twitter, details below, backup channel, all that good shit.